of the College and Career Access Center, Nancy Peters-Lewis. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Bart. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's Love Day.
I have a little Valentine for you.
Aww.
I'm not sure. I'm not
It
sure.
kind of matches what I have on. It's like we
Kinda
pre-planned
does.
it. Yeah.
It's
I'll
a
put
juice
it
box of
right here, right in the middle.
juice box of boys' tears.
Aw.
Aw.
I love that. I got to give a shout out to my what I call him, my hottie hubby, and just send him some love. I love you, Willie. So
Happy Valentine's Day, Willie. So are you and Willie doing anything tonight?
We are. We're going to see the Bob Marley movie. And then I just found out, though, that I'm supposed to be playing pickleball in the First Rec Center pickleball. And we're going to that movie, and we're going to get something to eat. So I'm going to have to multitask. It might be a late night, is what I'm saying.
You'll figure it out.
Right. It'll be fun.
So congratulations on 10 years at College and Career Access Center.
Yes. Oh, thank you. That's sweet of you. Congratulations to you as well with your anniversary here.
Thanks.
We were talking about it before we started it. It's just great to see that we've both been vested for a while here in the Jackson community, and I love my time at the College and Career Access Center, and I'm still as passionate about our vision and our mission as I was when I started 10 years ago. So.
Yeah, so at the 10-year point, are you able to kind of take a step back and look at where you've been, where you're going?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. We actually just this past year, a highlight of what we did this past year is we just finished our 5-year strategic plan. So it will be our 3rd strategic plan in this 10-year time that I've been there, and so I'm really excited about it. We're actually 6 months into the strategic plan right now, and we are focusing on creating a culture, sustaining our work, intensifying our footprint, and connecting with the community are our 4 pillars. And so we've already implemented some new pieces in terms of intensifying our footprint. We have a full-time advisor now at Northwest. I just saw that Jeff was here, so that was great. And we have a 3/4 time advisor at Jackson High.
Oh, wow.
So that's new for us because we typically are in each school district a day and a half a week. So we were able to pilot that as a first part of our strategic plan this past year, so we're excited about that.
So when someone calls an audible, like the governor saying she wants to provide free community college to everyone in the state of Michigan, how does that affect you?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we do endorse that. I mean, we have advocated for affordability around post-secondary education at both the state and federal levels. And we've seen our advocacy actually come to fruition with the Michigan Reconnect Scholarship, which I should put a plug in, is that it's for anyone over the age of 21 that has not finished an associate's degree can go back to a community college tuition free. So it's a free ride to Jackson College if you live in Jackson County and are over 21. So when we hear Governor Whitmer's budget proposal say, hey, we would really like to have everybody be able to go to community college tuition free, we do endorse that and we advocate for that, but not at the expense of some other Michigan grants or scholarships. We don't want to see those get cut. So there has to be a balance there. And then, of course, we get questions. We get questions about loan forgiveness. We get questions about free college tuition. Anytime anything comes out in the news, we'll get questions about it inevitably. And our mode and our lane is in college access and attainment. So we will support folks in advocacy questions, in Governor Whitmer's proposal questions, but we'll do that more through guidance rather than being experts on the information. So.
Yeah, and it's just an idea right now. It's not,
it's just an idea, but we do endorse that idea.
Yeah, the 4-year state schools, they were making some comments earlier this week to Cranes that we're afraid this is going to hurt us.
My response to that would be it's about match and fit. Your traditional students where it would be affordable still to go to a 4-year institution, which we have the Michigan Achievement Scholarship now, which is one of our wins as well in terms of advocacy at the state level, and that's geared towards middle income families. I think that they will not be as hurt as much as they think they would be because they have a niche and there's a match and fit for students that will go there. They're not going to be going to a community college.
Well, you look at in University of Michigan is not one of those schools complaining about it.
Right.
But they maybe they change their admission standards.
Yes.
So that,
Or they up their game. I love all the public universities. We love all the public universities at the College and Career Access Center. But, the U of M has the Michigan Advantage. It's a very intense financial aid package that they offer to their students. And other colleges, public universities in the state of Michigan could follow suit after what they do at U of M. Now, U of M has, a huge donor base. There's lots of different arguments as to why they can do it and other ones can't. But we do need to change the affordability around post-secondary education because it's not affordable.
So having someone on site at Northwest and Jackson, does the services then, are those what they're bringing to the school, or are you still seeing those students at the center?
Well, we see more students when we're housed in the school districts. For instance, at Jackson Public, at Jackson High, we've already been able to meet with almost 100% of the seniors by mid-semester. At Northwest as well, and so that's a big game changer for us because they're such a large classes. Traditionally, we're going all the way up to the end of the year meeting with seniors one at a time. So the majority of our meetings do happen in the school districts. And at the center this past year, we had a little over 600 students come into the center. That has declined somewhat since the pandemic, but we see it on an upswing.
That's interesting, 100%. You meet with every single kid, whether they like it or not?
Whether they like it or not. We're meeting with them. I mean, our whole goal is to support them in their post-secondary planning, whether that be going straight to work, whether that be going to the military, whether that be going to a traditional 2 to 4 into the skilled trades. And that planning, those planning pieces are very intense. I mean, they are very time consuming. So, at the smaller districts, we're doubling up, meeting with students many times during the school year, even though they're only housed in each school district a day and a half. So to be in the bigger school districts and have that more time, it helps us not only service the students with more intensity, it also helps us to dig down deeper in the grades. So for instance, we'll be able to go and meet with juniors much more intentionally towards the end of the year and be able to start the planning process at the end of their junior year rather than the beginning of their senior year. And our goal would be to go dig down all the way into the elementary schools.
Well, let's give those students credit for putting in the time and commitment to meet with you.
100%. It takes work. It's no joke.
Yeah. One of the things you help with is the FAFSA forum, and you have an event the whole day.
Whole day. Come on down. I think Brian was on last week. He was pumping up his wonderful barbecue and the FAFSA event free. We don't charge anything. It's fun. You get free lunch. We give you prizes. We make it simple. You're in and out. We've had some great events with traditionally do a fun fall FAFSA event as well, but since it opened late with the new FAFSA, this is our first FAFSA event. We've had some wonderful co-collaborative partnering events with each of the school districts because each of the school districts, all 13 of them, tapped into grant funding through the Michigan Department of Education, and so they received funding and incentives to get students to get the FAFSA done. So we've had FAFSA events in collaboration with each of the school districts at their places, been great turnouts, so we're anticipating this is going to be a really good turnout.
And it's a new form this year, so should people, just stress about that, or is it better, is it what?
So don't stress about it. There's a longer time frame with it, meaning they're not going to be processed until mid-March through the federal student aid, through the Department of Education. They're not going to be processed. But we say to folks, let's get it in and get it done if you can by March 1st. And then later, as always, you can do it anytime up until you actually enter into college. Is it easier? Once you get in, there's now a contributor aspect and a student aspect. So there's two separate silos to actually get into it, but once you get in, yes, it is much more simplistic. And the reason being is it's now like a triangle between the IRS, among the IRS, the Social Security Administration, and then federal student aid. And before it was the IRS, Social Security Administration, IRS, federal student aid, but now they're all intertwined.
Are they communicating?
Yes.
Oh.
So there's not as many steps, they don't ask as many financial questions because it all interfaces electronically. So.
Yeah, I remember one of the problems that when our kids were going through it was well, you need your income from last year, and it's like, well, we haven't done we don't have our paperwork, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. They use the prior year taxes now, and I will say they on the back end, which I don't want to get into too much because I don't want to scare people about it, but on the back end, their equations for how they're processing aid, it's a little different. It's actually supposed to give more students more aid through what we call the federal Pell Grant, which is money that students don't have to pay back. But they have a whole different, they used to do it on estimated family contribution, and now they're doing it on the student aid index. So different equations on the back end, but nothing that folks need to worry about.
It's all taken care of by the College and Career Access Center. You'll actually fill the form out for
We
people.
will, come in. We make it simple. You get to eat, you get a prize, you get a gift card.
Super easy.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are supported by a lot of organizations, including the schools and the various community initiatives, but it's ongoing. You always have to keep raising money to keep going. It's not something that's government, it's
Right.
our community's decided we're going to have this.
Yes, and we thank so much all of the folks that support us. We have a lot of foundations that support us. John George supports us, and the school districts support us, and then we of course have donors that support what we do. And so we're constantly, seeking support. The Dreammaker Fund and the Poppy family, they're a huge supporter of the College and Career Access Center. God bless them because they no longer live in Michigan, but we appreciate all that support, and we're always looking for that support. So.
All right, I think we have a couple pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is one of our events, our FAFSA events, or our scholarship event. We had both of those over the past 6 months, and students came in groves and got scholarships completed and worked on college applications at the center. And you can see Brian's Barbecue over there on the left-hand side.
I see some hot dog buns.
Yeah, those are honey buns.
Honey buns.
Yeah, this is Travis. He's been with us for 5 years, working with a student, one of his Grass Lake students, I believe, getting a college application or a scholarship knocked out there. Travis brings a lot of expertise with him. He's great. We call him Big T. This is, shout out to Big T. This is one of the many manufacturers that we partner with, and one of our Kids to College and Pathways to Professional Skilled Trades visits. And so the students go out to a college visit and a manufacturing visit during the day after they've been given a curriculum that we co-teach with teachers in the school districts during the day. This is at Spring Arbor University with our Juniors Over Local Circuit initiative, and that's where every junior in the county goes in, tours Jackson College. Here they are at Jackson College and Spring Arbor University, and that's supported by Jackson College and Spring Arbor University. This is at EMU. This is one of the tours that the middle school students went on, and so we go to University of Michigan, Michigan State, EMU, Albion, Adrian, Spring Arbor, JC, just to name a few. I wish I knew which company this is, but fascinating. I've been going on these tours. I had the opportunity to go on a few of these tours, and these companies in our county do amazing work. And it's intricate, and it's interesting, and this is at Albion. This is at Albion College with the 8th graders.
Your alma mater.
My alma mater, go Brits, yes. And so students learning about Albion, yeah. So that's those are some of the initiatives that we collaborate on with the colleges and the manufacturers and the schools. So we acted as that liaison and that planner, and Brian does the community initiatives planning on that. He does an awesome job. Our team is amazing. I just shouted out Big T. Megan, Travis, Zaire, Brian.
Let's give
Sky.
a shout out to your parents too. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
And it's
Mom and Dad, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for having me, and my sisters.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. All
You
right.
bet.
Yeah, take care. Happy anniversary again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nancy Peters Lewis from the College and Career Access Center. We've got